I believe I am. I believe I can. एक कदम हवाओं पे चल रहा है फिजाओं पे आ रहा हूँ मैं आसमां है नजर सितारों पे उड़ चला हूँ मैं आ रहा हूँ मैं जी रहा हूँ मैं जिंदगी उड़ चला हूँ मैं आ रहा हूँ मैं जी रहा हूँ मैं जिंदगी खुद पे भरोसा है मुझको हर मंजिल को पहचाने चाहे तुम ताकत में जिंदगी को रोशनी उड़ चला हूँ मैं आ रहा हूँ मैं जी रहा हूँ मैं जिंदगी उड़ चला हूँ मैं आ रहा हूँ मैं जी रहा हूँ मैं जिंदगी जीने का मुझको जुनून है दिल में अपने सुकून है अपना मुझको भी होश है हाँ जीता हूँ हर एक पल में जज्बा है हर एक पल में अपना कोई खौफ है अब मैं चल रहा हूँ उड़ा हूँ ये हौसला ना हो कम अब खुद भी लिखूँ मैं तकदीरें है रूह में इतना दम जी रहा हूँ मैं जिंदगी Welcome to EDP Masters with Deepak Inspiration, my lovely Kingdomites, and my EDPians, and all the guests watching this live. Again, it's a very, very beautiful experience to be for next hour or so. Again, as I told them, one of the most beautiful thing about EDP Masters is it gives all of us an opportunity to experience people from different fields, different backgrounds, and that's the most amazing thing. And today we have something very, again, very offbeat kind of entrepreneurs thought process to experience. And we all like number games. Who does not like number games? And today we have somebody from who plays with numbers, like how you understand numbers in terms of only rupees, how numbers can have an impact on your business, on your enterprise, on your entrepreneurship, on an entrepreneur's mind, is what we will be discussing to detail today with this guest. Again, it will be the first time I'll be watching and seeing this guest on EDP Masters. Somebody who has been on his, if I do see talk about from the perspective, you guys will understand. On his CV, he has 5 chief ministers of India on whom he has been consulting. Of course, the latest exciting thing for all of you to relate with, if you're a Bangalorean, is for RCB, Royal Challenge Bangalore, is he somebody who's consulting them on the jersey designing, the number game, and the numbering of all these things. And to learn much more about numbers, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please welcome Mr. Gautam Azar from New Bombay on EDP Masters. Gautamji, welcome to EDP Master Gautamji. You're able to get us. Welcome to EDP Master Gautamji. If you're able to see us and hear us, are you there? Am I audible to you, Gautamji? चेक करो क्या हो गया. Technology decides nowadays. Till now, it was God's intervention. Will things happen or not happen? Now it is technology's intervention. Will things happen or not happen? Is Gautamji, are you able to hear me? Are you somewhere there? We can see you somewhere in the small. Can you hear me, Gautamji? You're creating one suspense around you. Everybody is wanting to see your face, and you have not been there visible. Oh, I'll again retry it. Those of you want, see, सब्र का फल मीठा होता है, मालूम है. सब्र करना बहुत जरूरी है. Now the beautiful quality and any entrepreneur should have is patience. Not only in life, in fact, in business you need even more patience. When will the business start? When will it take off? When will the first client come? When will the first order come? When the first delivery will happen? When the first payment will come? When the first profits you'll be able to count is the most exciting part. And everything takes time. This leads to that, that leads to something else. And ultimately, pura ghum ke jab tak. And one of the most beautiful lesson of business I will teach to all of you today till we get the guest online. Don't ever get overexcited because you cracked the deal. Don't get too overexcited because you supplied the material. Don't get very excited because you have been material has been received and they have approved the quality. Till the money has not been encashed, even if you have got the check in the hand, still don't get excited. I remember now that we have in NEFT and RTGS and other transfers keep happening online. But when I used to be on field for selling, there are times I've been very naughty in my selling also, very mischievous in my selling also, and very crazy as a salesman also. There are times when I have few of the clients who are not a very great paymasters, wherever they used to give me a check. Moment I take a check from them in my hand, I'll just throw it on the floor. And they'll ask me, why are you throwing the check on the floor? And I tell them, never just check it, will it bounce or not bounce? They used to have such a hearty laughter, it was such a sarcastic humor I used to create for them. And next, I mean, every time after that, they will give me a check and say, keep in the pocket, don't throw on the floor, this will not bounce, this will get cleared. So even if you have the check, you should not get overexcited about the check that payment has been come. Even if you are deposited in the bank, you should go and get very excited. Only when the money will be shown in your account, only when the money is back into your pocket, then you can say and feel, wow, I did the job. Till the money is in your pocket, no order is executed, no business deal has ever happened. You can listen, you can hear, you can read in the papers. This is what is happening. Don't get too excited till the money is not received in real form in your bank account or in your pocket. Deal is not done. That's the most amazing thing. I have seen people, that movie had come, Lagan, Lagan. And that was first movie, first song of the movie will be that Are Mega, that clouds will come and they will be very celebrative in the mood. And then towards the end of the song, they will see cloud just came and just passed away. And that Amir Khan's mother, who's playing the role of the mother of Amir Khan, will say, uh, समय से पहले जश्न मनाने से दुखी होता है. So wait till things happen. Wait till the money is come into your bank account or in your pocket. Then celebrate, then throw the party. Makes sense. Once the child is delivered in your hand, then maybe you can break the news to everybody. The whole excitement is, of course, that I understand the anticipation, I understand the excitement of अभी आएगा अभी आएगा अभी आएगा हो रहा है हो रहा है हो रहा है. I understand, but sometimes this over excitement can turn into desperation. And desperation, law of desperation is whatever you are desperate for will get delayed. If not denied, will get delayed. Why would you do that? So I think one of the most beautiful learnings of Sai Baba of Shirdi is Shraddha and Saburi. Shraddha means have faith. Saburi means have lot of patience, lots and lots of patience. People, I have been to Shirdi multiple times and I've seen people standing in the queue also are so impatient. When will their number come? Will they get a chance to take the darshana? Will they get a chance to touch the idol? Will they get a chance to touch the feet of the idol? And how much desperation it happens, and most of them hardly get a glimpse to see it. And there have been people like me who go there and without desperation stand in the queue, and somehow we get the best spot in the temple, best view, best moment, and everything happened best. Drop desperation from your life and see the way things happen for you. So that's the most beautiful part of business, also life also. Patience is required everywhere in life. Do we have the guest back to us, or we still have to keep my all audience? Madanji, are you able to hear us? Do we have you back here? गौतम जी आपका आवाज आ रहा है सुनने? आजाद को हमने बंदी बना दिया, बंद हो गया आजाद जी आप. Can you hear me, Gautam ji? Are you able to see me? क्या बात है, आज life is testing all of us. Testing, they have to, all of you have to live by the message of the morning just now, which I gave to all of you. Maybe we would have, I don't know. We should not question anything about life. Never question existential realities of life. God knows, will I be talking about entrepreneurship to all of you or going to talk philosophy to all of you? I have no idea, but looks like. So we should have done the numerology work before getting the numerologist on the EDP Masters. आज का नंबर उनसे we'll first question we'll ask him is the same thing only. आज का तारीख है 1 जुलाई. 1 जुलाई के हिसाब से क्या होता है? Why first doesn't work for you? Well, first work for me because my birthday is 10th August. So 1 plus 0 is 1. So number 1 is always for me. It works for me. So I don't have a problem with number 1. We'll ask Gautam today. Number 1, does it works for him or doesn't work for him? We'll play all the game to him today. And since he's not able to hear anything, we can talk whatever to speak till he sees the real life again. Enjoy the wait. The most difficult part in life, the difficult aspect of life is to simply wait. And for me, even more difficult is at least all of you to simply sit and only listen. I have to keep on talking. I don't know how much I have to talk to keep all of you stay there, because if I don't speak and give a pause for 30 seconds, most of you disappear. Of course, few of you, you know, you can't disappear. You're obliged to watch this EDP Masters. The rest of the guests may not be able to do that. But I'm telling you, the most beautiful quality and ability which anybody should have in life is ability to just wait, simply wait, doing nothing. If you're able to develop this quality of simply doing nothing and still be peaceful, you are a very, very happy soul in life. Hallmark of a happy soul is doing nothing and still be peaceful. I repeat, hallmark of a happy person is even when he or she is doing nothing, they are still peaceful. And that's the most easiest explanation I can give you. Are you a happy soul or will you be a happy soul? All depends upon when you can simply wait. Go to a doctor's place and just simply wait because you have nothing to do. You have to wait till the number of years, till your number is called, and you have to simply wait. And if you're able to simply sit, fold your hands, or just be there and look at the restlessness of everybody in that waiting area of it's a hospital or it is an administration of some building or it's a reception area of some place, just to see the restlessness of people. Learn to wait. Simply do nothing. Your ability to stay peaceful even when you are doing nothing. I've seen people in the temple, people in the places of worship being so restless. You go all the way to a place of worship to be peaceful in life. And a place that should make you peaceful. If you are restless there, how peace will descend on any one of them? You go for an order in somebody's office and they have asked you to wait. Can you simply wait? Then biting your nails, shaking your feet, getting up and walking here and there, picking up a newspaper, picking up an old magazine, even if I read it 100 times, again flip the pages because you have to keep on doing about it. It's not a great sign of a happy human being. It's only going to make you more and more sad and miserable. Sign of a happy human being is even when you're doing nothing, you're still peaceful. Can you do that? Can you drive peacefully? Standing in the signal, can you be there peaceful? Go and press the lift button and simply stand there till the lift comes. And that's the beautiful sign of being peaceful. If you have been watching this last 20 minutes with me, with all the peace, then you have a possibility of living a very happy life. I am sitting and watching and waiting for Gautamji to come and online with us so that we can be enjoying the whole thing. So I'm a happy person. So I think we have got Gautamji back online. So please welcome Gautamji Azad on EDP Masters. Sir, आपके पास में एक मग दिया है जो दिखाइए मग सबको.
Sorry, just I shifted it to a new location near to router. Anu, just get me the mug. Deepak just gifted me. Anu, yes.
Cup of life.
So, yes, yes. I'm just a makeshift arrangement, and this is what I have got it from you. Thank you very much for this.
Thank you so much.
And glad to be part of Deepak the Inspiration.
Thank you so much. Welcome to EDP Masters, Gautamji. It was wonderful. People who are very important in life, VIP जो बोलते हैं ना, वो हमेशा टाइम लगाते हैं. तो भगवान ने आपको बड़ा इम्पोर्टेंट बना के भेजा है, तो we had to wait for you. So we are feeling that we have just welcomed a VIP to our program. So आप खुद you can feel yourself as a VIP on EDP Masters, and we also feel कि इतना बड़ा इंसान इम्पोर्टेंट आदमी आया, हमको वेट कराया, तो हम बड़े आराम से आपका वेट कर रहे थे. सब्र का फल मीठा होता है, तो आपसे हम कुछ ऐसे we'll make sure that whatever time we have with you, we're going to make the most of that time, and for my boys and girls also. So please welcome to EDP Masters, Gautamji. It is going to be next whatever time you're going to spend is going to be awesome. So I also came to know that we both have few things common. That whatever education we have, we don't use that as our profession. I'm also an engineer by qualification. You're also engineer by qualification. And my passion was people, so I made my passion into profession. numbers have been your passion. You made your passion into profession. So I think there are a few things common base में शुरू करते हैं अपन लोग. So how it was, how for somebody to be on a job, you have been working for American Express and big companies you have worked for. When somebody from a very secured environment of a corporate decides to move out of that comfort zone and security to become an entrepreneur, where it is like lion in a jungle. Okay, when you move out, so what fight happens in the mind? What conflict happens within yourself and outside the family also?
So one thing which I can say that the struggle which anyone like me has gone through is comfort zone. If we are a part of comfort zone, I get salary on time, or most of the MNC pays you salary by 25th, 26th. Number one. Number two, you can buy house at the age of 30, 31. You will have a decent car by 30, 31. So everything is there. Only thing which required me especially that to break that shell of comfort zone. Number one. Number two, that usually all middle class parents like my father or mom or relative had that naukri mil gayi, he will do good now. And so it is very important for anybody to everybody who wants to be entrepreneur that they must set the expectation correctly. If you are not setting it correctly, you are bound to get into depression. You are going to be a failure. But trust me, failures are the biggest successful man on this earth till date.
Correct.
So that is comfort zone, and setting the expectation is two things which I will bring to fore for all the entrepreneurs or aspiring entrepreneurs.
So when you got into this passion of playing with numbers and numerology, always happened. So when you decided to take it as a passion, as a profession, and you have your own small, cute, beautiful enterprise where you really touch to big people in the country, and across 16 countries you have traveled to help people. So when you started your own enterprise of Numerobe, so did you go by the numbers or you went by?
Yeah, Deepak, I will tell I was going through one of your blog in which mentioned that good and bad things happens on right time, and timing is very important. And if you look at it, timing precisely, timing is also a number. Like you started at 11. 11 is a number. We are doing this interview on 1st of July. Again, it is a number. So obviously, I went by numbers because it is my passion. But at the same time, there's always a right time to start a right thing.
Right.
And and there's never a wrong time to start right thing at the same time. And so I chose that numbers and my passion, and I thought that it is too late because if I start by 50, probably I'll reach a place where I'm supposed to reach a little later. So I started at the age of 34, and 7 happens to be my lucky number, by the way. And I started. Initially, as I during the introduction call, I mentioned that it was really difficult for a couple of years because everybody remembers you. Acha, he's doing good. He has got a very good job. Now he must be driving Benz. Now he must be having a villa. And when people come, acha, it is a decent sedan car. Acha, he still stays in flat. So these are the things were there. And when I came back, starting numerology, 2014. And it was in 2013, 2014 beginning. And then since then, like you, passion does not just, doze off. It is a fire which is always there.
Correct. So 2014 also is number 7.
Yes, sir. And usually I will also bring to note number 2 people, those who are born on 2, 11, 28, 29, and 7, 16, 25th are more prone to, occult science. Science based on belief system.
We understand occult science. Correct. And the people who are born on 10 then?
They are number one. Number one are leaders. And if all the people, whether it is the richest man in India, Mukesh Ambani is 19th April born, whether it is, the person who introduced GST, it was introduced on 1st July, by the way, today is the anniversary, I was about to post it, is GST again adds up to 1, and it was passed in Parliament on 1st of July by number 1 Arun Jaitley. And if you Google it, you'll find Arun Jaitley, presented all budget on dates adding to 1. And if you look at Shamak Davar, the number 1 man in choreography is number 1. If you look at no, beauty queen Aishwarya Rai. She's 1st November born. If you look at the best singer in this country, Lata Mangeshkar, she's again a number one. So number one, people do everything, whatever they want to do, always at number one peak.
Okay, since I have got you on the EDP Masters, I will have some privileges to enjoy with you. So my birthday is 10th August, 10108. So it's a very spiritual number also as per the spirituality. So 10th August is my birthday and 1971 is my birth year. So 1971 का मैं 9 plus 1 10, 7 plus 1 8. तो मेरा birth year भी 108 है, मेरा date of birth भी 108 है. So I strongly feel I'm a very spiritually also and materialistic also. Balance दोनों में मेरे में.
Yes, I'll just bring to you because number one people. There are 9 numbers. Out of 9 numbers, there are 4 numbers which are very materialistic in nature. It is 1, 3, 5, and 6. When I say 1, the first date total should come to 1, like you are number 1. And throughout the world, if you Google the top 10 richest person in the world, their date of birth will add up to 1, 3, 5, or 6. Top 10 in India, 1, 3, 5, and 6. Bill Gates is number 1. Jeff Bezos is number 3. Then you have Rajnikant number 3, 0 to hero. If you look at other number 1 in our country, Dilip Sangvi, he replaced other number 1, Mukesh Ambani. Then if you look at Azim Premji, he is number 6. Now coming back to you, since you are born on 10th of August, so I will tell you one thing, usually people with your set of numbers are universal consultant. You always want everybody's things to be good. Whether they want it or not, you just advise them, no, better, you should do this way. You should do this way. So number one is that you are a universal consultant. Second, whatever you do, whether it is big or small, that is going to be unique, different, and unconventional. Number 3, whatever you do, you want to be at number 1. Whether you want to head 10 people, you will head them differently. You will lead them differently. And number 1 people are also ruled by number 4, and number 4 happens to be a unique number, very unconventional. And that is the reason you'll find out that your other number 1, Nita Ambani, first time Nita Ambani, a lady, is heading a cricket team, Mumbai Indians. Then again, other number 4, Preeti Zinta, she's also unique and different, right? She is also heading a cricket team, IPL team in Kings 11 Punjab. And you will also, Deepak, you remember one more thing, that it was Preeti Zinta who in her early stage, acted as a mom in Salam Namaste. Usually none of the actors will choose to act like a mom in early stage of their career. So because it is all about unconventionality, different, practical. So, number 1 people always loves to be number 1, and you will be very direct. You will be very straightforward. You don't know how to backbite. Because if you look at the shape of number 1, Deepak, it is very straight. Whether you write italics, again it's straight. Left side again is straight. And you don't know how to backbite. Whether it is lead from front or attack from front, no backbiting, no gossiping. You hate all this thing. Yeah. I hope I am correct.
Absolutely. I am able to resonate with you and connect with you on almost everything that you said. Just wanted to have a little more exciting fun on the entire thing. Now, when a boy or a girl from my college want to start a business or an enterprise, so one is एक idea आता है कि या फिर पैसा होता है या फिर family background है या family business है. So if somebody has to, there are too many variables in life. Okay, nothing is constant. But sometimes, let's say one of the boy or girl of my college, they want to start an enterprise for themselves. So money भी है, पैसा चाहिए, family का business है, or they have their own idea. So anywhere can number game help them to take a decision. Should I follow my idea or should I go with the family's back business, or I have another idea? कुछ help हो सकता है क्या उसमें से बच्चों को?
Yes. Actually, sir, it is very important for any entrepreneur to know their core skills. Number 1, because everybody wants to get internet fame overnight. And things which comes easily goes easily. So, and for with respect to ideas, every it will be not wise, but still I will say Tom, Dick, and Harry has an idea, because our brain is full of idea and it is in billions. All thoughts is an idea. Right. Now you will have to choose one among them, and you can only choose when you find yourself connected to that idea. I could have, part of an in engineering team in a startup, or I could have started up a product, but I knew that I cannot be a businessman. I can only be an advisor. I can only be a service provider. I can only be a counselor. So I learned this. Number one. Number two, numerology helps. Most of the people who comes to me, they come to me asking for line of work. I will give you an example. How it can help budding entrepreneurs. Number one is that if you go to Bollywood, i- all the superstars are number two. Rajesh Khanna is 29 December, 2 plus 9 is 2. Then his second superstar, Amitabh Bachchan, is 11th October, again he is number 2. And third superstar is Shah Rukh Khan, is again number 2. If you look at Ajay Devgan, he's 2nd April, then he's Nasruddin Saad, then Dilip Kumar, 11th December, all are number 2. So in creative industry, number 2 are always number 1. Now, again, this is how numbers can use. If any number 2 comes to me and say, no, I want to start $1 billion enterprise, I first advice is that you should either get into service industry or you should keep a partner who can guide you, because number 2 people are very emotional people, and for to be in a business, you really need to have a good decision making, and then you need to be little bit shrewd that you have to take decision for the higher good. Time being, Deepak, you can choose to remove your employee, but you know that removing few employees will help you 200 other employees, so you will do that. But for number 2 people, I will think, no, how can this, this 2 is important, I cannot, God will punish me. Everything we connect to God, because we take decisions by heart, but in business, you need to take decision by brain. And third thing, what I would like to bring to fore is that everybody has got idea, gentlemen. And if you can't.
सर अब रुक क्यों गए सर, बोलते रहिए.
Whatever you do, just.
I think we missed your last couple of sentences. Can you repeat the last point? Some internet.
Yeah. So what I am saying that if you do not act on an idea in last 48 hours. Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah. Can you just say something? आप बोलते रहिए. Hello. आप बोलते रहिए. आप बोलिए. We are able to see you.
What I am saying that idea which is not worked upon in last 48 hours. Yeah. So idea which is not worked upon in last.
दिल थाम के बैठिए, आपका नंबर आएगा. सब लोग आपका नंबर देख रहे हैं. Everybody is watching their own numbers. You're all calculating your numbers. मेरा बर्थडे कब है? मैं तो अपना क्वेश्चन पूछ लिया भैया. मेरा मैटर तो क्लियर हो गया. रोजर भी और we got him back. हाँ जी गौतम जी आइए. हाँ जी. Last 48
my apology.
It's okay sir. अपने हाथ में नहीं है कुछ भी.
So an idea which is not worked. Yeah, so an idea which is not worked upon in last 48 hours goes for a toss. No one can work upon it. If you do not move a step further within 48 hours, it is not going to work out. Now, the most important thing is that if your passion, if your idea, and if your motivation is with you, no one can stop you. Very simple. Whatever you want to do it. And success is not going to be very easy, gentlemen. No, for Deepak ji for me to fail anyone, I cannot, your Deepak ji success is entirely different from my success, because you have a bigger motive. I have a very different motive, and someone who wants to be in a very celebrity life, someone who wants to have a lot of money. So you will have to choose one thing. Ji, please.
Okay. Very, very beautifully you told all this thing. Irrespective of, even if the numbers are in place, if you don't work upon the idea, if you don't put your karma, things won't happen anyway. Just because numbers are right does not mean everybody who's because I know on 10th August millions of people would have been born on any 10th. Not everybody is going to become number one anyways. Okay, you will have to work upon the entire thing. So I think so brilliantly he's telling us. See, and I would want to add to the whole thing is don't get carried away saying that कि मेरा भी number 10 है. हाँ जी, गौतम जी please कुछ बोल रहे हैं आप. Yes, you want to say something, Gautam?
So I would just like to add one thing. This is numbers is not only numbers. It is addition of your hard work, your fortune, your effort, your persistence. This is just a small push.
एक
The
direction
small
मिलता
push
है.
this gives you.
Exactly. Basically the number may give you a direction of movement कि कहाँ पे जाना है, किस दिशा में जाना है, but ultimately you have to back it up with a lot of your efforts, your hard work, your methodologies, your plans. Everything is important. So don't, all of you are watching the entire thing, don't get carried away by the numbers he said. And one of you might thinking मेरा number भी 1 है, तो मैं भी अमीर बनूंगा क्या? हाँ, उसके लिए बहुत काम भी करना पड़ेगा. So even if the person who is there with us himself also has to do a lot of work, even after he is a master of numbers, even if he know his numbers which are favorite number, still he also has to work upon it. So that part is not being taken away. Don't think एक बार number सही हो गया तो सब सही हो जाएगा. It's a one direction. It gives you that initial impetus, one push. So thank you for clarifying that to us, Gautam ji. And those few of you watching the whole thing, let me tell you, Gautam ji, you आप consultancy करते हो ना? मतलब somebody wants to come from my college or a guest की I want to get clarification, तो उसके लिए तो you will also have your fees for that, right?
Yes.
But only
Yes.
a lot of them actually on who are watching, they want me to ask you a question on, can you speak on that number, can you give me that number? I said no, वो तो मेरा privilege था, मैंने अपना number पूछ लिया. Otherwise those of you want to have more idea about your numbers, Gautamji's details are with us, address is with us. He stays in Bangalore, यलहंका में रहते हैं. आपको हम उनका phone number भी share कर लेंगे. You can directly go fix up an appointment and get all the detailed clarity, for which you have to give Guru Dakshina also. So it is just because we have somehow with the kind of context we have got Gautamji Azad on the live, doesn't mean he's supposed to answer all your numbers, please. So don't make it very personal here. Do all this to guests. So Gautamji, one more thing which I have observed and seen in the world is when we get into this thing called astrology, numerology, palmistry, या जो भी होता है ना, so sometimes it also creates a block in the mind. तो जैसे एग्जांपल के लिए अभी राहु कालम शुरू हो जाएगा, अभी मत जाओ, don't meet in this timing, ये टाइम ठीक नहीं है, वो too many blocks. So I have seen a lot of businessmen also ultimately get tied up, मतलब उसमें बन जाते हैं कि हर चीज के लिए फिर फोन करेंगे, गौतम जी मैं ये टाइम हो गया, ये आइडिया है, ये वो है, या ये प्रोडक्ट है, हर जगह पे उनका नंबर दिमाग में घुसता है ना, बोलते ना कीड़ा कीड़ा बोलते थे, like a bug, it goes and stuck inside. For everything now you want that to happen. Like if you believe in astrology so much that for everything you ask, मैं ये करूं क्या, ये नहीं करूं क्या, ये ठीक है क्या, ये ठीक नहीं है क्या, ये हर चीज के लिए दिमाग में आ जाता है. So is there a way where we can balance कि भैया few things you should definitely check with astrology या वास्तु या फिर numerology या जो भी है, but 9 other things जो है small things के लिए should not get into all this thing. Example के लिए if I will tell you this कि for a big problem which you can't handle, take God's help. But what you can do, you should do it to yourself. No, उसके लिए भगवान को लेने की जरूरत नहीं है. मतलब don't feel bad about the language, but लोग सुबह सुबह बाथरूम में बैठ के भी बोलते हैं हे भगवान नहीं आ रहा है. For that you don't need God to intervene there. उधर तो कच्चा खाना खाओगे तो अपने साफ हो जाएगा पेट, वहां भी भगवान को लेके आते हैं लोग. So like this, sometimes this वो दिमाग बैठ जाता है कि you have consulted with the numerologist or astrology कि एक नंबर अच्छा है या वो टाइमिंग अच्छा है. So does it become, so how do we balance this कि इस चीजों के लिए you take the help, rest of things you go with your own intelligence?
Yes, I'll just number one is that in my profession 95% people are crooked, and I have no qualm in accepting that. 95 to 96% people are crooked. Number one. Number two, you have to know, you have to just set your expectation. This is a guiding tool. This is not a weapon. This is a tool, not a weapon that you can go and keep on hunting. मेरी किस्मत बदलने वाली है. यदि वैसा होता रहता, I would have been the richest person instead of Mukesh Ambani. Or any astrologer throughout the world could have been the richest person in the world. तो नहीं होता है. Number three is that आप this is just a guide. यदि if I tell you it is going to not be a wonderful year for you, so what I expect कि don't take major decisions this year, but it does not mean that you will sit at home. You have to continue working with this. So basically, you have to use your wisdom. Now, what is happening nowadays that people get too involved in this thing. Now, Deepak, just understand, I'm going to make one statement, and it is very good if everybody can absorb it. By doing anything here, you cannot change the direction of planet which is crores of miles away from us. You cannot do anything about it. You can't change the direction of Saturn sitting over here. Now, what do we do about it? You can only change things which is in your control. Number one. Number two is that you can only work inside, which is under your control, not outside. When you are going through depression, trust me, nothing can help you except you working inwardly yourself. When you are super excited, it is not the other person who makes mistake. It is you who make mistake. When you drink, some tree or some car does not come and hit you. You go and hit them. So we should start working inwards rather than outwards. So the science is very simple, but people have been start exploiting it. And many people who come to me say, let me tell you, there are businessmen, industrialists, then you have cricketers, scientists. Bollywood, I have done few movies and all, and many scientists are there. So everybody follows. This is just a guiding to this, nothing more than that. If I have to give an advice, I will tell people that you should not wear much of black color. They're very simple science. You don't have to do something with that black color, right? Deepak, continue.
Yeah. So guys, all that I've been telling you and teaching you, परिस्थिति भले ही आपके हाथ में नहीं, परिस्थिति आपके हाथ में होती है, तो आप आपकी मनस्थिति पे काम करो, परिस्थिति अपने आप अच्छी हो जाएगी. Same thing he is telling that no matter what happens, that the direction of the planet cannot be changed. We will only change the direction of your thought process or your feeling inwardly, and that is so maximum. This astrology or vastu or numerology can give you work as a compass to you, give you a direction, but that does not mean that's your destination. It can only give you a direction towards something to move, but it is not supposed to be a destination. So please don't get carried away, because a lot of people in our country, or my country, all over the world, this all occult sciences, what Gautam is saying, ultimately creates some kind of superstitions in the mind, and which can become a barrier in you. So make sure that you should know it as a science and how it can give direction to you, and hold on to it and continue the entire thing. I think it's very, very exciting to continue talking with you. Just to remind everybody, guys, we are on EDP Master this time with Mr. Gautam Azad and my lovely EDPians and Kingdomites. Gautam ji, it's 11:42 ho gaya. We are in the middle of the interview, so we'll take a small tea break. I strongly believe my life is my cup of tea, so मैं चाय पीऊंगा. आप चाय है, coffee है. I think you need a lot of warm water right now, so we can have. तो we एक 3-4 मिनट का break रहेगा ये, जहाँ पे हम लोग ऐसे ही बात करेंगे, and then we will continue the entire talk here. So
yes,
and it's मतलब क्या होता है ना?
Yes.
Sometimes
yeah.
These sciences now are very exciting. क्या होता है कि a lot of people somehow feel example. I'll give example. Both of us have something very common is like this. I also provide a lot of solutions to people in my own way. You also provide solution to people in your own way. So what happens for a lot of people? They think this man is giving solution to all of us, which means I don't have problem in life. Similarly, they must be thinking if this man is able to give all the numbers to us, which means iska to pura set rahega. He doesn't have any issues in life. Which is not the truth. Which is not the truth, because we also go through the same things and we also have to come out of it. Even for us, our own subject should help us. Then only we can help other people. Same must be with you also, that you will have to help yourself only with numbers first. Then only you can help everybody else. So कभी ऐसा हुआ है कि when you are in difficulty and something told you, because most people don't know their own gear for themselves. लोगों को देने का आता है. So sometimes when you are in some difficult time, maybe relationship wise, maybe health wise, maybe business wise, or work wise, is your numbers helped you sometimes or all the time?
I'm coming. Sir, the person who helps the most, they suffer the most. Exactly. Because everybody thinks that I have the solution. How can they give us a solution? Like if you have you guide and advise so many people, and now if I have to tell you something, even though I assume that you are going through a turbulent time, I think that Deepak ji ko to bichara duniya ko guide karta, main kya unko guide karu? And that is the biggest disconnect. And when and even I had written on Facebook sometime about this, and people said, people started saying no, ऐसा नहीं होता है. मैं बोला ऐसा ही होता है, because people start assuming things, and assumption is the mother of all the evil in this world.
Correct.
Now coming back to numbers, now what happens that how I decode all these things with numbers. People usually, most of the people, they go through turbulent time in their age number, adding to 8 and 4. So even Sushant Singh Rajput, he suicided in his 35th year. 3 plus 5 is 8. And if you
होल्ड करना, यहाँ पे एक बंदे ने पूछा है, उसका नाम भी सुशांत है, सुशांत रंजन शाही. सर, विल यू टेल टू एक्सप्लेन अबाउट नंबर 8? तो अभी आप नंबर 8 का बोल रहे, भैया सुशांत, आपने नंबर का पूछ लिया, अभी सुनो आप.
Okay, basically, if you look at in numerology, number 8 is represented by Saturn. I'll just implement engineering in this numerology now. Very interesting. Number 8 is represented by Saturn, and Saturn happens to be the slowest planet in the universe. Now, planet which is slow will give you slow result, right? Now, other thing is that Saturn happens to be a black planet. That is the reason Shani Dev ka murti bhi black hai, dark. Why it is dark? Because it is very, very far away from sun. It takes a year of time to sunlight to reach, Saturn. So dark color. Now I will connect other thing. If you look at the shape of number 8, it is 0, 1 0 above, 1 0 down, connected, stitched together, right? Now you cut it, guys. Who know 0 divided by 0 is infinity. Now the pain and the pleasure is infinity. No one can decide it when you are running 35th year. The kind of, it will be too good or too bad. And if you are one more thing, if I will tell you that now, since it is the slowest planet, so you will get result very slow. You will have to face lot of delays, obstacles, and it will keep on happening. It's a natural thing. So now other thing is about number 8 people, that is one of the most stable number. If you make a cutout of number 8 and you put it, it will stand alone. None of the numbers can stand alone. They're all unbalanced number. If you cut either way number 8, you will get equal half. You cut horizontally, you cut vertically, you cut slanted up, slanted down, whatever. So this is one of the most balanced number. Now, having said this, number 8 number is a good number, nothing to worry about, never to get feared about it. People who come to Sir, aapko bolte number 8 ka, no. Our 2 Prime Minister of India is number 8. Manmohan Singh is number 8, 26th of September. Then you have Narendra Modi, 17th of September is number 8. And number 8 people go through lot of things in their life, but they get their share of success. Things can be delayed for you, but never be denied for you. And most important thing, those who are number 8, especially number 8 and number 4, never get into shortcut. It will entice you. You will feel greedy about it. Ek short hoga, main to 100 crores ka deal kar lo. Trust me, you will sell your kidney, you will sell your liver, everything. You're not going to make out. So hard work is the only way out. And just with a touch of numerology or touch of any guiding tool, if you have a mentor, well and good. If you don't have a mentor, choose a mentor. You don't have anything, come to numerologist. Just if you go to astrologist, take his advice. Don't try to get into Deepak. What happens? Most of the people get into remedy. यदि मैं आपको बोलते आपका शनि का महादशा चल रहा है, तो आप तो सोचे क्या बस आप तो चला गया. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन आपका, गौतम जी अब मैं क्या करूं? अरे करना कुछ नहीं. You don't have to take major decisions. That's all. You have to start helping people. You have to just surround led by people who are dependent on you. Don't exploit them. Very simple. अब उसका मतलब ये नहीं हो गया कि मैं बोलूंगा कि आपका 2 लाख का मैं पूजा करवाऊंगा दीपक जी, फिर अरे भाई यहाँ पूजा करने से शनिदेव का क्या होने वाला है? शनिदेव will be happy if you follow what he wants. He does not want shortcut. He does not want glamour. He doesn't want flamboyancy. इसलिए नंबर 8 का जितना भी चीज हुआ है ना दीपक जी, खत्म हो. किंगफिशर एयरलाइंस added to number 8. And Vijay Mallya showed so much of flamboyancy, it got bankrupted. If you remember Tata Indicom, gone. So, there are many such examples in corporate life also. And for that matter, just for the, a younger crowd, the jersey color of Royal Challengers Bangalore is also being changed. It is yet to be launched, so I cannot disclose much information. So I have removed black color out of it.
Okay. So those of you are number eights, please one be very happy also and be very balanced, because uh, one thing which I also would want to add to what Gautam ji has said. See, हर एक चीज का अपना फायदा होता है और हर एक चीज का अपना घाटा होता है, एडवांटेज एंड डिसएडवांटेज दोनों होता है. Even if you are number one and if you don't become number one, you're miserable all your life because you're not number one. Not everybody can't be number one. You only has to be one as number one. Rest of them will not number one. So everything has its plus and minus, pros and cons. So if just because he just happened to mention number eight and few of your number eights are there, you don't feel kya hoga. But very good thing about you is you are eight bullet. So for me, eight means infinity. You are infinite. If you have right thoughts in your mind, you will have positivity and happiness infinite times. If you have a wrong mind, you have wrong thoughts, then you have a miserable infinite misery in your life. So you are capable of everlasting infinite happiness also, infinite misery also, depends upon direction of your thoughts and inclinations. So as he said very correctly, you should have a mentor, you should have a guide who will ensure that you think properly, and if you can think properly, I think no nothing to worry about. Then Sani Maharaj will be on your side. If you think exactly opposite, he will be exactly on opposite side. So not to worry on the whole thing is. Just to remind all of you, we're on EDP Master this time with Mr. Gautam J. Azad from Europe and my lovely Kingdomites and EDPNs. Sir, एक 2 minute का video presentation रहेगा, video promo. We'll just watch it together and then we'll continue this beautiful journey with you. Yeah.
Sure.
Can we have the video, please?
कराटे वाला भाई या पैराग्लाइडिंग वाला भाई, इस नाम से लोग जानने लगे. अरे
अरे मैं आसमान की ऊंचाइयों में कोरा ही कोरा. अरे भाई बस लैंड करा दे
भाई, लैंड करा दे बस भाई. मेरे 200 ज्यादा ले ले लेकिन लैंड करा दे. 500 ज्यादा ले ले लेकिन लैंड करा दे आज हमारा. नहीं 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 टेढ़ा दे, टेढ़ा नहीं, टेढ़ा नहीं, ठीक ठाक ऊंचा कर भाई. पाँव टूटेंगे क्या बनता है, ऊंचा कर.
Welcome back to EDP Masters with Mr. Gautam Ji Azad from Numero Bay and my lovely Kingdomites and EDPNs. Welcome back, guys. Every Sunday को हम लोग गौतम जी एक और इंटरव्यू लेते हैं ऑफ बीट, जो लोग थोड़ा हट के जिंदगी जीते हैं ना, थोड़ी सी क्रेजी, जैसे बोला आपने अनकन्वेंशनल लाइफ लेते हैं, तो उन लोगों का ही हम लोग इंटरव्यू लेते हैं, उनसे उनके दिमाग में घुसते हैं हम लोग कि क्या चलता है, कैसे चलता है. तो दैट इज व्हाट वी सॉ द वीडियो कम राइट नाउ. तो इट इज कॉल्ड ऑफ बीट इंस्पिरेशन. So हमारे लिए आप भी ऑफ बीट ही लग रहे हैं पूरा एकदम. एवरीथिंग इज लिटिल जरा हटके ही चल रहा है, तो वी कैन कीप यू इन बोथ EDP Masters also and off beat also. Gautam ji, I have a question to ask to clarify a lot of people this admission in a school, okay, is a very crazy thing in our country. It depends upon तुम कौन से महीने में पैदा हुए हो. So now these people have multiple birth certificates. एक स्कूल एडमिशन के लिए एक बर्थ डेट होता है, एक सही वाला बजट होता है और एक पता नहीं कौन सा वाला बजट होता है। एक होता है तिथि के अनुसार। तो कुछ कुछ इंसानों की इंडिया में ना 4-4 बर्थडे होते हैं। अब वो इंसान क्या करे, उसके पास 4-4 नंबर से 4-4 बर्थडे है, तो अभी उसकी तो जिंदगी मुझे पता नहीं। अभी आप ये ज्ञान बांटोगे तो थोड़ा इस पे जरा प्रकाश डालिए, थोड़ी रोशनी डालिए कि क्या करे इसका।
ये basically, it is all about people push themselves into a state of confusion, and that is the worst state to be in. यदि आप देखो, if a rabbit start deciding on being on middle of road कि क्रॉस करूं नहीं करूं, तो vehicle will come and push them over. खत्म। तो स्टेट ऑफ कंफ्यूजन से बाहर निकल, नंबर 1। नंबर 2 इज दैट वी सेलिब्रेट एवरी डे एज पर जॉर्जियन कैलेंडर। जैसे टुडे इज 1 जुलाई, एनिवर्सरी दे विल सेलिब्रेट विथ इंग्लिश कैलेंडर, they will travel, book air tickets on English calendar, they will go to bank on English calendar, deposit money as per English calendar, और बोलेंगे नहीं तिथि याद ये नहीं है। So this is lot of ambiguity in thoughts you can आप बोल सकते हो सर। नंबर 1 जो the day you are born, मतलब न्यू ईयर आप 1 जनवरी को ही मनाओगे, यू डोंट वेट फॉर कि नहीं आप ये विक्रम संवत 2080 शुरू होने वाला है, चाहे जो भी हो शुरू होने वाला। तो अपने को मानना पड़ेगा व्हाट डू वी फॉलो। तो हम डेली लाइफ में क्या फॉलो करते हैं सर? हम फॉलो करते हैं 1 जुलाई 11 o'clock मेरी मीटिंग है, इंटरव्यू सॉरी विथ यू। हम माय डॉटर्स क्लास स्टार्ट फ्रॉम 7th जुलाई। तो हमेशा एक डेट फॉलो करना चाहिए, नंबर 1। नंबर 2 पीपल से कि हमारा ये तिथि है वो तिथि है, तिथि इज वेरी टफ टू फॉलो। नहीं तो फिर आप एम्बिग्विटी में रहेंगे सर, कि मतलब बहुत ही कंफ्यूजन में रहते हैं। नंबर 3 people जिनका different in birth certificate, you have to remember that there is only one date which is decided by God, the day you landed and the day you will take off. वही है, बात बाकी all is man made, कुछ भी नहीं। मतलब many people who come to me, especially I'm the victim of that, perception में बताऊं तो women do not disclose their date of birth. If they come with true Saheli, the one will say, no, I'm born in 1980, Gautam. Then after half, they say, no, it seems 1979. Once they reach, I'm sorry, I couldn't tell you, Gautam, they are in 1975, it is. So, people, they hide more things. So in fact, there is no harm in being honest. Honesty and kindness does not cost anything. And you will get what you deserve every time. So, कभी भी ambiguity से बाहर निकलना चाहिए, state of confusion से बाहर निकलना, follow one date, जो आपका न्यू ईयर जब सेलिब्रेट करते हो, एनिवर्सरी सेलिब्रेट करते हो। एंड व्हाई डू पीपल डू ऑल दिस थिंग्स? बिकॉज वो बहुत से कंफ्यूज रहते हैं। क्यों? आज एकादशी है, नॉनवेज नहीं खाऊंगा, ठीक है भाई साहब मत खाइए, लेकिन आज मंगल है नहीं खाते। बुधवार को कृष्ण जी ने क्या बिगाड़ा आपका नॉनवेज नहीं खाओगे उस दिन? बृहस्पतिवार को उन्होंने क्या बिगाड़ा है कि उस दिन खा लोगे तुम? मतलब बेसिकली क्या है ना, एंड दिस इज वन ऑफ द रीजन दैट हम उतने ओपनली और एग्रेसिवली डेवलप नहीं कर पा रहे हैं। जो दीज आर द टूल्स विच इज बाउंड टू हेल्प अस, लेकिन वी बिकम विक्टिम ऑफ दीज टूल्स सर। अभी नहीं, राहु काल चल रहा है, शुरू नहीं करेंगे, नहीं करो तो अमेरिका 2 घंटे ज्यादा काम करेगा, तो आगे कौन बढ़ेगा? अमेरिका बढ़ेगा आगे कि इंडिया बढ़ेगा आगे? हम तो राहु काल में लग के रह गए। जी सर,
सही से एकदम। that is the reason I'm asking this, because this becomes a block. मतलब these things, जैसे आप बोल रहे हैं, these are the tools you use it to progress in life, not to bring speed breakers in your life. Most of the time because we are driven by fear so much. मतलब अभी जैसे एग्जांपल के लिए I am planning to go out for a 2-day outing in nature. Okay. अब लोग डरे बोले इस टाइम पे तुम बाहर क्यों निकल रहे हो? मैं बोला इस टाइम पे सबसे सेफेस्ट जगह तो नेचर है, अभी इंसान ही नहीं है कोई। Now staying in Bangalore in the crowd of crores of people, best is to be actually outside. But now everything is so much blocked. Corona दिमाग बांध दिया। लॉकडाउन तो हो गया फिजिकली, मेंटल लॉकडाउन भी हो गया इनका दिमाग। अभी everybody is just locked up in the entire thing. So the whole idea of help available is to move forward. Numerology हो या astrology हो या वास्तु हो, the idea is to move forward. Take them as a tools, as you very clearly said, or as a compass, and move forward. This will become hindrance. ये नहीं कर सकते, वो नहीं कर सकते, ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए, वैसा नहीं करना चाहिए। Because I have some very strange questions also to ask you. जैसे example के लिए we decide one marriage date. वो सब हिसाब से लगाते हैं पूरा ना, astrology के हिसाब से, कुंडली के हिसाब से we find one date. Now that date is supposed to be very powerful बोलिए, auspicious बोलिए, but that doesn't mean every marriage will be a very happy marriage. ऐसा कुछ जरूरी नहीं है। But people get into their blocks. You need one date. अभी उसमें क्या हो गया, in an urban area, dates are decided by hall availability. लड़की अवेलेबल है कि नहीं वो अलग बात है, वो सेकेंडरी आता है. हॉल अवेलेबल है, शादी कर लेते हैं. नाउ दे विल फर्स्ट फ्रीज हॉल. जिस दिन अवेलेबल है उस दिन का डेट निकालते हैं, फिर लड़की ढूंढते हैं, लड़का ढूंढते हैं. तो we are just confusing ourselves, as you very clearly said. Things are so simple, they're complicating the entire thing. So if I have to guide myself, as per you, if I have to guide myself, what are the basic numbers I should keep in my mind for my personal life and my professional life? तो मतलब एग्जांपल आप कभी दे सकते हो या किसी का भी कि अगर आप पर्सनल लाइफ में है, दिस इज द बेसिक जो है, हर चीज का एक बेसिक होता है, तुम बेसिक में करो. जैसे अभी एक बेसिक जो बोलता हूँ मैं लोगों के लिए, लॉ ऑफ कर्मा है. अच्छा करो अच्छा होगा, बुरा करो बुरा होगा, एंड यू कीप डूइंग गुड इन स्पाइट ऑफ बैड हैपेंस टू यू. ये बेसिक फंडा है जिंदगी का. यू कीप फॉलोइंग दिस. इज अ बेसिक एडवाइस आई विल गिव टू एनीबॉडी इररिस्पेक्टिव ऑफ जो भी बंदा है. If I have to ask you this, ki, as a very simple, not getting too much complication with numbers, if every individual has to follow one basic number in their personal life or business, entrepreneurial life or professional life, तो ऐसे कुछ आपके पास में कोई थंब रूल है क्या इसके लिए?
Yes, sir. Just before that, एक बात कर रहे थे, state of confusion. India में most of the people are driven by fear and greed. और और जो मेरा प्रोफेशन है, इट इज हाईली ड्रिवन बाय फियर साइकोसिस. मुझे आपको बस डराना है. आप तो 5 लाख रुपए यूं ही डाल के चले जाओगे, बोलोगे यार मैंने इतना बड़ा एम्पायर खड़ा किया है, खत्म हो जाए, 5 लाख गौतम को दे ही दिया तो क्या जाएगा. तो फियर और ग्रीड से जैसे आप बाहर आते हैं, यू बिकम सक्सेसफुल. यू शुड नॉट बी फियरफुल ऑफ व्हाट हैपेंस नेक्स्ट. और ग्रीड की मतलब मैं ऐसा करूंगा तो ऐसा होने वाला है. Right, sir. Now coming back to numbers, especially I have felt that there are two numbers which impacts everybody. और उस दिन हमारा mental balance नहीं रहता है. So, it is number 4 and number 8. So this is one number I ask everyone to avoid it. If you look at it, कि जितना भी it is very scientific now. When did Mumbai attack happen? 26/11. 2 + 6 is 8. Then we will move 1 month ahead. 26 December we had tsunami. 4.5 lakh people. Again 1 month ahead. 26 January Bhuj earthquake. 1.5 lakh people. Then 26th of April Kathmandu earthquake. Then you have 26 July sudden flood in Mumbai. No one would have ever expected. Then every time anything happens on dates adding to 26, 8 is going to be a natural disaster. And your students can also Google out the worst earthquakes in the history of mankind. All has happened on dates adding to 8. Number 1. Second is number 4. Number 4 is a date when everybody gets confused. So, people who are born on number 4, I always tell them that, when you get caught on a traffic signal, a braking signal, you just pay them and just move ahead. Otherwise, more you try to convince them, more you will get confused and you will be behind bars very soon. Because these people are very blunt, very direct, very rude, upfront. So what I recommend to people that, they should avoid number 4 and number 8 in whatever they do. It does not mean that on dates adding to 4 and 8, you sit at home. No, not at all. You are just bound to not take major decisions. That's all. And if you have to visit a doctor, if it is an emergency, go and visit on 4th. If it is not an emergency, prepone it. Go on 3rd or go on 5th. Number one thing. And if time would have permitted, I could have, guided at least 1 to 10 numbers for everyone. Because, it is very helpful for students, especially. Because, if I have the science, I want everybody to be benefited, not commercially, but it will be, very kind for me. कि आपके inspiration से यदि किसी का कोई, if we say, any kind of entrepreneurs आगे 10 साल में आ जाए, then they will always remember that Deepak sir और Gautam sir आए थे, उन्होंने ऐसा बोला, and I became one of them. So my success lies in everybody's success. So if time would have permitted, but now having said one more thing, I will tell you. There is no shortcut to success. This is not philosophy. This is the reality of life. Only God and fraud are correct always. Neither I am God nor I am fraud. So I am also bound to be wrong.
Correct.
Only, when you go for a wrong way, you will find no signal, nothing. It means you're on the wrong path. So guys, never ever choose a shortcut. Always choose hard work. Be persistent. And, even Deepak, we would have gone through a lot of failures. And there is a businessman from Dubai had called me, I'm facing a lot of failures. And trust me, he's one of the richest there now. And I had told him, and suddenly it has came out of mind. Failure are most successful people of this world. So
Correct.
whoever has failed are all successful. Those who have never failed, no, they are not successful. It means they are born, with a platinum spoon, golden spoon, but you will be killed one fine day by nature.
Correct. Correct. So guys, ultimately,
Ji, Deepak ji.
if it is numerology or astrology, your duty, your responsibility, your efforts always counts the maximum. Okay, all of us can walk in a direction. How brilliantly you walk, how beautifully you walk, how competently you walk is only going to make you be number one there, or going to be an also ran or just be a dropout. Ultimately, everybody is moving and walking or running on a path in some direction. That can be that is what these sciences can help us, or the scientists can help us. कि okay, आपके हिसाब से, आपके number के हिसाब से, you should do this. You can go this side. That must can. You can, okay. Example के लिए they can say you should start a hardware business, or you can start one software business, or you can start one underwear business, or you can start one other business. They can give direction to you, but ultimately to make it happen in a big time is now your ball game. It's like आपको दिखा दिया ये रास्ता ये है. This is the road you have to walk. Now walking is left to you. If you are expecting numbers to even work for you to take you carry from there, or God to come and take you from, that is not going to happen. But again, he's insisting on the entire thing. Even if you have numbers right, even if every figures, facts, everything is right, still you are the one who have to put effort to reach where you want to reach in life. Gautam, it's very, very interesting to talk to you. You want to add something to it?
Yes. So I'm doing like, for cricketers, they come to me for jersey numbers. Now, if I change jersey number, it doesn't mean that, they can play anywhere around. They have to play hard. It will just give a push to them. That, if they will not be out at 99, at least, numbers can help them there. But they have to practice. They have to burn them out. They have to sweat. They have to bleed. Everything, they have to do it. So, numbers is a guiding tool, and it's a very interesting tool. And I want all your students to, don't get obsessed with it. They just should be a part of it. It's part of life. It should not become get into your head that number change कर लिया अब तो किस्मत बदल गई. यदि ऐसा हो गया होता तो दीपक जी would not have tried so hard, और me यहाँ तक बैठ कर के हम सिर्फ बात कर रहे होते.
After you telling me कि 10th August का मेरा birthday है तो 10 is number 1 and ये है वो richest man की list में, तो I'm just thinking वो number कब आएगा, वो नाम कब आएगा कि top 10 में अपना भी नाम जाएगा. But I have to work towards it now. Even if he has told this, in fact, till now he has not.
55th year.
55th year.
Your 55th year is going to be a most eventful year of your life.
I know 2023 is going to be like that. So what I'm telling you is
बहुत interesting होने वाला.
Issue वो नहीं है. See, I also understand all these things. I also believe in all these things. The problem क्या है, अभी तक मैं एकदम सुखी में काम कर रहा था कि now I am enjoying my days. Every day मैं कुछ रोज eventful करता. In fact, my today what I am thinking is even now only my life is so entertaining and so eventful. आप बोल रहे हैं 55 के उसमें तो और भी eventful रहेगा, तो भगवान जाने क्या होने वाला है पूरा दुनिया में. कुछ तहलका मचा दूंगा मैं, वो तो पक्का है. Number 1. Number 2, what I am telling is this, and I want to tell this to all the boys and girls also. See, अभी अब तक मैं एकदम पीसफुली आराम से जिंदगी जी रहा था, अभी भी जी रही हूँ. अभी आपने बोल दिया ना 55 साल में कुछ तो इवेंटफुल होगा, अभी मेरा दिमाग फुल टाइम 55 साल कब आएगा, 55 साल कब आएगा, और 6 साल निकालने, और 6 साल निकालने, और 6 ईयर निकालने. एंड दैट्स व्हाट हैपेंस. सो वन डे आई विल बी द रिचेस्ट मैन इन द वर्ल्ड, ऐसा बोल दिया ना एक को किसी ने. Now problem with this guy is he is now more focused on वो number कब आएगा. Now he doesn't do anything today. So one of the most craziest thing that happened to all of you is like people आपके लिए ऐसे पूछते हैं. I'll tell you what they ask me. They ask me, दीपक जी हमारा पर्पस ऑफ लाइफ बोल दिया, आप इतना फिलोसफी बोलते हो, इतना यू आर सो स्पिरिचुअली इवॉल्व्ड एंड ऑल दिस थिंग्स है, कैन यू टेल व्हाट इज द पर्पस ऑफ माय लाइफ. एक्चुअली अगर मैं बोल भी दूं पर्पस ऑफ लाइफ, यू विल नॉट बी पीसफुल. इफ आई टेल यू योर पर्पस ऑफ योर लाइफ इज टू सर्व मी एज ए ऑफिस असिस्टेंट इन माय ऑफिस टू मी टिल द एंड ऑफ माय लाइफ, विल यू बी पीसफुल नाउ? या मैं बोल दूं कि यू विल बी द नेक्स्ट प्राइम मिनिस्टर ऑफ दिस कंट्री, इट इज द पर्पस ऑफ योर लाइफ टू सर्व द नेशन. अगर मैं ऐसा बोल दूं, विल यू बी पीसफुल नाउ? नो, यू आर नॉट बी पीसफुल. मैं अच्छा बोलूं तो भी तुम पीसफुल नहीं होगे, बुरा बोलूं तो भी पीसफुल नहीं होगे. तो एक्चुअली यू बी विथ योरसेल्फ, टेक द हेल्प एंड जस्ट डू व्हाट हैज टू बी डन टुडे. एंजॉय द प्रोसेस ऑफ लाइफ. Results जो आएगा तब देखा जाएगा. But let the numbers or this vastu or this astrology timings, let it guide you, let it give you direction, but ultimately make sure that let it be there in the mind. But they'll say enjoy your day, fulfill your day, have a fulfilling day, make the most of the entire thing, and that's how you should move in life. So I think we just lost the connection with Gautam Ji Azad. All of you are watching the whole thing. You're very excited about मेरा नंबर कब आएगा, मेरा नंबर कब आएगा. आ जाएगा, तो मतलब सबका नंबर आ जाएगा. Those of you who want to really get this guidance or clarity, we have one more personality with us, Gautam Ji Azad, apart from Mallikarjun Shetty, who will be able to help all of us. But if you have those of you are hearing this and watching me with live or close to 1 hour right now, you know, irrespective of he being a numerologist by himself, he's only still focusing on telling you guys you have to work hard. There is no substitute for that hard work. You have to put efforts. You have to make sure you plan properly. You implement the idea. In 48 hours, if you don't act upon the idea, you will not be able to make it a reality. He's still again telling, even after being a numerologist, he's still telling all of us that you have to make sure that there is no substitute to efforts. Efforts has to be there all the time, is what. Gautam ji, we have last 2 things to share with you or talk with you or speak with you.
I heard it.
You heard, okay, चलो कोई बात नहीं. So आपको 2 चीज लास्ट के get toward the end of the session right now. It's an interview right now. So 2 चीज पूछिए आपसे, मेरे को पूछनी है. It's very strange to ask you this question because your job is very different or your profession is very different. Now, I strongly believe that reading thousands of books, it is better to have one teacher in life and you get all the answers for your doubts. Similarly, to read 1,000 books on entrepreneurship, it is very beautiful to live with one living entrepreneur who has an inspiration. So we can learn so much from you, from anybody. So if I ask you and request you, अगर महीने में एक दिन आपके हिसाब से अगर मेरे कॉलेज में कोई बच्चा या बच्ची, if one day where they have to spend one working day with you, आपके हिसाब से अगर महीने में आपसे एक दिन मांगूंगा तो आप दे सकते हैं क्या हमारे बच्चों के लिए? और thank you so much. So
anytime for you, sir. Anytime.
That will be so wonderful. So they can just come and spend one day with you every month, so that उनको तो क्या है, जितना साथ में घूमते हैं ना उतना ज्यादा अच्छा मिलता है सुनने के लिए. अभी आपसे 1 घंटा बात किया, so much clarity आ गया हम लोग के लिए. One day with you, I think उनका जिंदगी निहाल हो जाएगा. So we will make the most of
or
it.
I can hold a seminar, in fact, if you want, on numbers and impact of numbers in life. How, if you want, I can do that for you.
ठीक है, इस इंटरव्यू के बाद में बैठ के वैसे भी ऑनलाइन तो हम जहां बैठे वैसे शुरू हो सकते हैं आजकल. So we have all the network. So all of you guys who are watching this session with me, interview with Mr. Gautam Ji Azad, those of you interested, please send it to the college email ID or send it to me that हमको भी we want a seminar. We'll try to get it done properly, so we can have, depending on what time availability is, Gautam Ji will be able to help us. And this is only for Kingdom College boys and girls, only for EDP. उसमें भी उन्होंने EDP का नाम दिया है उनके. Those of you are not part of EDP group, thank you. You can go to Gautam Ji at your own convenience and get it done. Rest of you, Gautam Ji is happy to give us. So second thing आपके लिए पूछना है Gautam Ji, अगर ये बच्चे आपके बच्चे होते, if they boys and girls who are your son or daughter, and if they come to saying that we want to start our own business, हमको अपना business चालू करना है यार, we want to become entrepreneur. So what will be your advice as an entrepreneur or as a father to these boys and girls? That is where you would want to conclude this EDP Masters.
So it is very, before I advise them, it is very important for me to them how attached, how connected and how motivated are they with their ideas. Because nowadays becoming an entrepreneur has become a fashion. Everybody wants to be entrepreneur. And we also have to remember that somebody has to work for that entrepreneur. Somebody needs a good vice president. Somebody needs a good manager. So everybody becomes entrepreneur. This is not going to happen. But at the same time, whosoever comes, you need to feel connected. You need to feel a burning desire. There must be fire in the belly to do something for that. We can all refine those ideas. So what we can do, young generation obviously have much better ideas than what we have. Because we saw internet much later in life than what they have seen. We saw a smartphone at the age of 30, 32. They saw a smartphone when they were 10 or 11. There's a lot of things which they have done much ahead of us. So they have got immense potential, and these fire really needs lot of direction. If direction is not given to them, they are either going to burn out or burn others. Now, if they come to me, I always tell them, you have to find your strong points. You have to find your weakness. Now, don't concentrate on weakness, but it is very much necessary for them to know their weakness, because it is the weakness which kills people. It is not the strong point which kills people. So most of the people get depressed. Most of the people get demotivated very soon. And even though you have a very burning desire to excel in life, the moment you lose hope, people suicide. And I've seen the strongest people suiciding, whether it is Hitler, he suicided. Whether it is, Sushant Singh Rajput, he was a very strong guy from, humble background to reach pinnacle of achievement. It was not a small thing. But one thing, he just lost hope for a second and he just suicided. So it is very much important to, note down and learn your weakness and always focus on your strength. And weakness is for them, strength is for us to know that. What is your strength, we can guide them. Yeah, Deepak.
Thank you so much. Gautam, it was wonderful to have you on EDP Masters. Guys, don't forget, we had this EDP Masters with Mr. Gautam Vadar from Neurobe and my lovely...
I'm done.
Thank you so much, Gautam. It was wonderful talking to you for more than 1 hour. और आप बस फोन पे आपने हाँ कर दिया और आप साथ में हमारे आज बैठे हैं, and we had a wonderful time learning. And very soon, moment this thing gets over, we will plan to have a seminar for my all EDPs and make sure we get the maximum out of you and growing up. And we'll be so grateful to you. Since you have given
I wanted to give one more suggestion with respect to your logo.
Please. हाँ, please. कौन सा वाला logo? I have multiple logos. EDP Masters का बोल रहे हो, दीपक का बोल रहे हो? ये वाला बोल रहे हो कि ये वाला बोल रहे हो? Which one are you talking about? EDP Masters का या दीपक इंस्पिरेशन का? गौतम जी, are you able to hear me? क्या आप तक मेरी आवाज पहुंच रही है, गौतम जी? Lost audio? Gautam ji, are you able to hear me, Gautam ji? No, check करो क्या होगा, वहां से नहीं आ रहा, ये तो गैस पर रख दिया, मतलब लोगों का एक्सप्रेशन देना बोल के फिर बंद हो गया, गैस पर रख दिया हम लोग को. So in the meantime, boys and girls, please send a mail to me or message to me that you're interested in getting Gautam ji on one seminar for number games. We'll play number games with him. He'll be able to guide us, and only for EDP participants. Rest of you, my best wishes. Some privileges should be there exclusively for my exclusive EDP students. Still coming? इंतजार का फल मीठा होता है. Wait. Just anyway, winding up now. Last couple of minutes. It's the most strangest thing to do is keep on talking because I have to speak. At least on the phone when all of you speak, no, keep on having this. और क्या? और बोलिए? और क्या? और क्या? And now I feel like I should have that habit of telling all of you, asking all of you, और क्या? और क्या? I think we are getting him very soon back. Almost, sometimes life plays such a twist in the last, no? Almost movie खत्म होने को आ गया तो एक climax scene डाल दिया बीच में. Technology and God plays very strange. First time in my life, only in these 3 months, I have realized Not everything is in my control. There is one more element, technology and God both playing hand in hand. And मेरे साथ खिलवाड़ कर रहे हैं लोग. क्या? That's okay. We have chosen not to be miserable in life and get upset in life. Always be enjoying in the moment of what you go through in life. And I'm so happy so many of you are still online with me because I'm there. I'll tell one joke to Gautam ji's come back. I'll tell one joke to all of you till we get completely Gautam ji sun lenge. So one day I came to the classroom of first few students, and straight away I came to the classroom and was very upset that day, and everybody sitting on the chair. I said, "Who thinks who's an idiot here? Stand up." So one of them stood up. So I asked him, "You're an idiot or what?" So that fellow told me, "No, sir, I can't see you standing alone." So I stood giving company to you. So like that, I'm sitting here alone and watching the entire, seeing the whole my own face on the live. So still few of my students are already still watching, even if you're not there, Gautam ji, sir. To keep them busy, I was talking few things, so I just talk. आप कुछ बोल रहे थे लोगों के बारे में गौतम जी? अरे अब फिर साइलेंट हो गए. Gautam ji, you're there? I can't keep cracking jokes back to back here. EDP Masters. Oh, I'm again back with all of you right now here. Network. So the guys, you should know. Success, key to success is one more important thing, network. Gautam ji, are you back with us? Are you able to hear me?
Yes, yes. Yeah, I heard you very clearly.
Okay, you heard, but we're not able to hear you. आपका हमारा सुनना बहुत जरूरी है. आपके बोलने से हमारे बोलने ज्यादा. कुछ बोल रहे थे आप, please can you suggest?
I was saying that I have a very small recommendation that in your logo, Deepak the Inspiration, I recommend you to put that banyan tree to the left, and to the right you should write Deepak the Inspiration, because Deepak the Inspiration is a person, is a name, and a crown on the head after some time feels uneasy. So we recommend that logo should be beside the name, not above the name.
Okay.
And the banyan tree is on the head of Deepak the Inspiration.
Okay. ठीक है, तो अभी एक आप इंटरव्यू के बाद में my design team will coordinate with you immediately. आप बोले क्या क्या करना है, immediately कर देते हैं, and कहाँ पे changes possible है, let's take it forward. So we also will deliberate upon this. आपका उनके दिमाग में उस पे लड़ाते हैं, और देखता हूँ, it also clicks to me. We will definitely take it forward. But thank you for your recommendation and suggestion. We will work upon it and see what best can be achieved for everybody. Thank you so much, because every change in my life is going to bring change in thousands of lives. So thank you so much for coming on EDP Masters. It was wonderful talking to you. We'll see you very soon. और मैंने जैसे आपको कहा था अभी कि आपने आपकी जिंदगी का एक
pleasure to be on this, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much. You have given 1 hour of yours to us without me asking for it. So I owe you 2 hours of my life to you. Anytime you think my 2 hours can be any kind of help to you or to any people who work with you, I'll be more than happy to share my 2 hours with you. Thank you for being with us on EDP Masters. Thank you so much. Wish you all the best, and let the best of
sure, sir.
will come to you and your family. All the very best.
Pleasure, sir. Pleasure. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Guys, don't forget we are EDP Masters this time with Mr. Gautam ji.
Thank you, sir.
From Neuro Bay.
Wish you same, sir.
Yeah, wonderful time. Thank you, all of you. Bye bye. See you.
वाला भाई या पैराग्लाइडिंग वाला भाई, इस नाम से लोग जानने लगे।
अरे अरे मैं आसमान की ऊंचाइयों में कोरा ही कोरा। अरे भाई बस लैंड करा दे
भाई लैंड करा दे बस भाई मेरे। 100-200 ज्यादा ले ले लेकिन लैंड करा दे, 500 ज्यादा ले ले लेकिन लैंड करा दे आज हमारा। नहीं 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 टेढ़ा दे, टेढ़ा नहीं, टेढ़ा नहीं, ठीक ठाक।
भाई पाँव टूटेंगे क्या बनता है?